This is Meet the People with your host, Nayo Campbell.
Hello everyone, and this is Meet the People. We have a great interview for you guys today with the local independent film director, Shuaib Mitchell. Shuaib has done 3 films, Straight Up on the Go-Go, Two Saved, and Nocturnal Agony. Okay everyone, so as promised, I have the fantastic director, Shuaib Mitchell, right next to me. So everyone, this is Mr. Shuaib Mitchell. Am I saying it right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. First things first, what got you into directing?
Well, I was actually here at Howard University, where I was studying under the esteemed faculty that included internationally renowned filmmaker Haile Garima. And he really inspired me when I began to see his work, the quality of his work, the kind of things he was doing with a lens, if you will, and a camera. His ability to tell a story, a narrative, and to touch people at their very core. I was just, from that moment on, I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker.
What are your obstacles that you face with this journey of filmmaking? Because it's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah, so just, tell the audience that.
Well, there are many obstacles. The first and foremost, oftentimes, is yourself. Just believing, continuing to believe and to hope. And believing in the core of what you know that you've been, in my opinion, called to do, or that's your purpose in life. Halle always taught us that you should never spend your entire life fulfilling the dreams of others, but to find your own footprint. And number 2, obviously, is some of the issues that you face of financing.
Yes.
As we know, motion pictures are very cash-intensive business. For instance, the average low-budget motion picture in Hollywood, even today, is between $10 and $12 million, low-budget film. Whereas you could take $20 million, $10 million, and build yourself a major corporation and never have to live, never have to work, shall I say, another day in your life. So that's one of the primary things is, as I mentioned, keeping your vision before you're financing those kind of obstacles.
So you've been able to create like a film company entitled Nubia Filmworks.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name? So what other films have you come up with this company, or what have filmed in this company?
Thank you for the question. Nubia Filmworks was an offspring of originally actually from a company that, the name that is came from a sportswear company that my good partner and friend, Robert Cherry, we had a sportswear company called Nubia Filmworks. And that kind of dissolved, and so I was looking for a name when I began to branch off on my own, thus the name Nubia Filmworks, since I owned the copyright to the name Nubia through my sportswear company. So I named this company Nubia Filmworks.
What other films have you done?
Well, we've done another feature narrative which preceded the current film that I have out called Nocturnal Agony. The one that you star in.
Oh, no.
And my prior film, a narrative feature called Two Saved. That film was a faith-based film. It was done for a very extremely low budget in terms of Hollywood films. We shot the entire movie for $19,000,
Wow.
Which included the DVD production and wrapping. So the entire expenses, $19,000. We shot the film in 2.5 days of feature film.
2.5 days of feature. So now you mentioned Nocturnal Agony,
Yes.
and Nocturnal Agony is actually going to be released when? So go on and explain that, because I have a little favor with Nocturnal Agony.
That's right. It stars none other than Miss Nayo Campbell. Nayo Campbell. I said Campbell.
You got Campbell right.
Nayo Campbell. And you played an excellent role, did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
As the young Patty. The film is, as you mentioned, titled Nocturnal Agony. It stars Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Renee Watson, Hezekiah Walker, Raven Larry Moore Kelly, along with Malachi Malik, Deirdre LaJuan Starnes, and Kevin LeVar. We're excited about the film. It releases worldwide December the 9th. On VOD first.
Repeat that.
Yes.
What is going to release?
It releases December the 9th.
December the 9th. You're going to get the DVD.
Get the DVD. Actually, we have limited edition DVDs available now. You can get those online at www.nocturnalagonythemovie.com. or you can also get them at www.nubiafilmworks, nubiafilmworks.com.
So what is Nocturnal Agony about?
Well, Nocturnal Agony is loosely based on a true story. It's loosely based, actually, just a story of my wife and I, along with my mother-in-law. It's the tale of two women. Patty, played by Deidre LaWan Starnes, and also you as the young Patty, and Lois, the mother, played by Renee Watson. As the movie begins, all things seem to be perfect in the life of Patty. She has a lovely daughter. She has a very handsome husband. She lives in the suburbs and a wonderful career. But something is under the scenes eerily is wrong. And it all comes to a head when Patty's perfect world is turned upside down. As the story evolves, we begin to see why.
Yes, we're not going to say too much because we want you guys to watch the film, because the film is actually so great. It talks about so many different issues with one person. Someone can always relate, whether it be the bipolar, domestic violence, just about anything is covered within the film. So everyone, you really have to go out and see it. Now, what is next for Nubia Filmworks?
Well, we're very excited. We have a documentary film called Father and Son. It's a documentary on the relationship of a father and son in the 21st century. We begin to deal with some very complex issues that have been facing our community, such as the absentee father. What does it mean to be a father in the 21st century? How do you raise a boy in this very complex and sophisticated world we now find ourselves in? So we already have some very prominent men who've agreed to star in the film, or participate in the film. RG3 and his dad are going to be in it. We have received the commitment from Roy Jones Jr., the world champion boxer.
I was going to say he's a boxer.
Yeah, boxer. We have some other commitments that I can't mention at the moment. They haven't officially signed. But this documentary, we're very excited about it. We'll be shooting that next. Then I have a narrative film, which I've already written. It's called A Rose by Any Other Name. It's a college love story. And that film, originally I wrote it back in the early 2000s. We had Megan Good attached to star in it, as well as the legendary Ruby Dee. Yes, and Miss Dee has blessed my heart. In fact, so much so that the letter of acceptance I keep on my wall from Miss Dee writing me back, saying how she enjoyed the script and that she would love to play the role of Big Ma as the character.
That is beautiful.
So we'll be looking for someone else to now play that role, and Megan is now old enough to play the mother at this point in time now. So we're looking for people around your age.
Now I'm in college.
You're right. You're ready.
I'm still acting.
That's right. And I'll be coming to grab you.
Okay, so you heard that. He's coming to grab me, so you better make sure that, I better be in that.
That's right. That's right.
That's very exciting.
We are excited about it. So look out for that.
Yes, look out for it. Remember, okay. Now, you mentioned that you do faith-based movies. Now, of course, that's probably really hard to get out. So how do you go about that? How do you make sure you get it into the public? Or how can we help?
Yes, thank you for that question. Well, it just so happens that, as I mentioned, I am a man of faith, and the last 3 projects have been faith-based films. A Rose by Any Other Name is really, it's everything I do obviously will have an element of thread of faith in it. I think that's what I'm called to do, if you will.
He got you thus far.
Yeah, exactly. However, to answer your question, really what we need are people to support independent film overall.
Yes.
What we're doing with Nocturnal Agony is that because it deals with so many very important issues facing our community today, is that we are now being asked to come around the country to show the film. But as we're looking to take this film around the country to audiences at churches, as I mentioned, sororities, clubs, anyone that may gather to have a large audience to show the film, because each time we've shown this film, and I do not exaggerate with this, someone in the audience has come up to me or has announced that, Brother Shuaib, that's my story. I'm Patty. I was touched as a child. I'm suffering from bipolar disorder. I've never spoken about this publicly, or I've been self-medicating to this problem, and please get this message out because it's not being spoken about. It's been swept under the rug. And so that's our mission, to get that the word out through grassroots, through word of mouth, by people requesting us. So you can go to our website, www.nubiafilmworks.com. Contact us if you have an organization that would like to bring Nocturnal Agony to your city. Please do so. Please let us know, because this film is designed to change lives, and there's already a movement starting just from the premiere that we had a few weeks ago.
This needs your help.
Yeah, so that's how people can get involved in it. Overall, it continue to support black independent films. In this new digital age, you're going to see films distributed through a variety of mechanisms, through various platforms now. And it's a very exciting time for people, certainly your age, you guys' ages, that you can actually get your work out there now. Whereas when I first started in this industry, it took at least 6 figures and very high 5 figures to get a film done of any kind, because you had to shoot it on 16 millimeter and hopefully get a 35 millimeter blow for theatrical. There were, there was no digital age as we live in now, so that's not the case now.
No,
You can get your work out there. Now, because of that, it's oversaturated. You got to have quality and something to distinguish yourself from this just deluge of product. So that's the problem that you all face, that we all face. I'm still in it, but you face until you develop a brand.
So what advice would you give to young filmmakers that are just trying to get their name out there?
Well, I would say to continue to perfect your craft by working. That's the key. Continue to make films, make quality product, and that will distinguish you from the marketplace. That's going to be the key in this oversaturated marketplace that we find ourselves in, with YouTube and internet shows, and everybody has a web series and internet show. There's just so much out there that distributors are really having a difficult time as to what is to be worth their dollars, the distribution money. And so to distinguish yourself, you need to do something with quality that has proper production values, and also continue to work, partner. The people that you meet in film school, here at Howard University is a great opportunity to network and meet people. In fact, even the last film we did, Nocturnal Agony, I would say maybe 30% of the crew were Howard University graduates.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
HU running things.
HU always runs things.
That's how it goes.
That's just the way it is in the world. So, but that's what I would say for young filmmakers, is to continue to perfect your craft and concern yourself mostly with the craft and not trying to blow up, if you will. And you got to know why you're in this, because I often tell people, if you want it to be just large or, I don't know, blow up, to me, you might as well get your law degree, become an entertainment lawyer and an agent. Because to me, they don't have to write one script. They don't have to worry about the headache of directing or producing.
Or the editing.
They can just simply represent a bunch of clients, go to meetings, take a meeting and drive fancy cars.
Because this isn't easy. Not easy at all.
So if that's what you want to do, then do that. Don't waste your time being a filmmaker. But if you want to be a filmmaker, you got to know why you're in it.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so before you go, again, I want you to promote yourself. This is your time just to talk about the movie, your film. Just like give all the information now to the audience.
Good afternoon or good day, YouTube audiences. My name is Shuaib Mitchell. I am the producer and director of Nocturnal Agony, a new motion picture that's about to hit the world on December the 9th, 2014. Thank you for your support. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been Meet the People with Shuaib Mitchell. One of my people on Meet the People. Are you next? Thank you.